Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with the free pick in the Michigan versus Memphis college basketball matchup on Wednesday, November 22nd, 2023. I give out tons of free picks every day, but the games I'm betting today, the ones I like the best, those are the ones I put in the premium picks area at Pickdawgz. And of course, while you're there, use the discount code PICK to get 15% off all your purchases. We also have the Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays meant for people who make larger bets. But you can only get it by texting the number you see on the screen. So text that number if you make big bets and get started. But let's get to this one. We've got Michigan taking on Memphis. Pretty good matchup here. Two name brands at least going at it. Michigan Wolverines, it's going to be interesting to see exactly how they shake out this season, losing their two best players from a year ago. And don't look like they've been able to replace those guys. Of course, Hunter Dickinson off to Kansas. And I think when your best player leaves and he goes to another team, well, it kind of shows you something. It's not like, he was afraid of the competition there and they had planned and recruited, to replace him or something like that. You see all those different scenarios, but that wasn't really the case. He just wanted to go to Kansas, and my guess is they offered him a boatload of image licensing money to go there, and that's why he ended up at Kansas. But also, maybe he wanted to win and felt he had a better chance to do there than he did at Michigan. I think probably a little bit of both, or maybe a lot of both. But what we've seen from the Wolverines thus far is really a team that, looks to be, probably middle of the pack. They're going to get by a lot of rankings and things like that based upon their name brand of being Michigan. But at the same time, this is a school that lost to Long Beach State outright last time as a 15-point favorite, and that game was at home in Ann Arbor. Meanwhile, the Memphis Tigers, this is a team that, I love teams like this, teams that play with a chip on their shoulder. We've seen, light competition so far in Jackson State and Alcorn State, but the big game that they had was against Missouri, and I saw a lot of people jumping on Missouri in that game. In fact, Memphis was a 2.5-point dog in that game. I do not know how that happened, because when you look at this Memphis team, they are absolutely stacked. What we know about Penny Hardaway is that he's one of those great recruiters that, the best recruiters, the guys that can recruit the high school kids. We're not talking about the image licensing transfer portal guys, because he'll eventually be one of those as well, but the guys that can recruit out of high school, they always have that one player that might get in and might not get in. And Penny seems to have that guy every single year. That means these guys really, really know what they're doing. But on the other side of it, this is a Memphis team that lost by a freakish, horrific call in the NCAA tournament. They lost to Florida Atlantic in that game, in a game that they would have won if they would have gotten the call to go their way. And the whole thing about that is, Florida Atlantic took that and ran it all the way to the Final Four. Memphis has to believe that they could have probably had a good shot of doing the same. I gotta say, I don't know if Memphis is going to the Final Four, but I think they're going to beat up on Michigan. I'm going to take Memphis in this one, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, check out our betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free and tell you how often historically all the bets on the board have actually hit, and then pair them with today's odds to put you on the most favorable plays that are out there.